you have a smart president, you will never lose the standard. If you have a stupid president like the last one, you would lose the standard. You wouldn't have the dollars here. And if we lost the world standard dollar, that would be like losing a war.
If only there was an indicator, something, something from the beginning of the year to now, something that actually, fluctuates, that's very sensitive to change. That would really tell us what's going on. If only. All right, today, Ontario's dragging everyone down. I'm going to show you. And this might be a very difficult video for some of you because I'm going to kind of side with Doug Ford. And then I'm going to talk about this. Is this going to continue to happen? Spoiler alert, yeah, it's going to continue to happen. But first off, I got to apologize to everybody. My videos are coming out late. It's my fault. There's so much happening. And unfortunately, the video is what suffers. It gets pushed to the end of the queue because everything else can't be moved. I'm going to try my best to get back to making the video first thing. All right, let's try and get through this rapid fire. Ontario's wounded economy is dragging down Canada's growth. That's true. But I hate the Globe and Mail because they do no research. Ever. Hold on your hats. It's manufacturing where the real trouble lies. More than 200,000 manufacturing jobs have disappeared in this century. Century? Really? You mean the century of automation? 200,000 jobs have left Ontario in manufacturing during the century of automation. Really? Do you think that's the problem? Do people even pay attention to the world at all? Do you remember this from the other day? How the NDP in Nova Scotia were blaming the provincial government for the problems with unaffordability in Halifax? Let me show you something. Signs of a slowing rental market in Halifax, but affordability challenges persist. Asking rents are falling all across the country, even in Halifax. Why is it falling in Halifax? A CMHC economist said the easing of asking rents is mainly the result of fewer people moving to Halifax. Oh, wow. Yeah, the rapid pace of immigration over the last several years, and now our slowing immigration, that's where most of the problems are coming from. Slowing immigration. We've stopped immigration. We have. And as I've said a few times in the past little while here, we got to get it back on track. 'Cause now it's causing problems. And still, there's going to be some damage. Cuts at Ontario colleges leading to nearly 10,000 job losses, union says. And 600 programs have been cut. And this is where I'm going to be agreeing with Doug Ford. Many people here in Ontario were blaming Doug Ford because the colleges were bringing in people because they had to make up for their funding shortfall, or maybe they just had to make cutbacks. Yeah, this is the after effect of Ontario colleges going after foreign students rather than managing their businesses properly. Look, I get it. It's a business. You got to grow. You have to grow the business. But they went about it the wrong way. And let's face it, some of these programs just didn't need to exist. Like maybe we just had too many colleges. I don't want to name names. One college, almost half their student body was foreign students. And again, I want to reiterate this. We need the foreign students. I think the foreign students are fantastic. But we can't over leverage that. And that's the story here. Like that's the story behind the condo crisis in Toronto right now. It's a story behind the schools. It's a story everywhere. Without that influx of immigration, the economy slows down. And like it or not, Ontario is the beating heart of the country. And if you slow down the beating heart, well, then it's going to slow down everything else. Ontario's wounded economy is indeed dragging down Canada's growth. On the upside, this might mean rate cuts. And for all the haters, let me just show you a little something. Andrew Grantham, Executive Director and Senior Economist at CIBC Capital Markets, says, "We think the Bank of Canada should be cutting interest rates." Oh, how interesting. We shall see. I mean, if the Bank of Canada is actually looking at what's happening in Canada, then they would have started cutting rates a long time ago. But they're worried about the instability. Yeah, well, the instability ain't going away. Let me show you. First up, there's this. You may have heard that this week, President Trump put 50% tariff on copper. Can you see on this chart where that announcement came out? This is going to lead to higher costs for things that use copper, which is pretty much everything electronic. Then there's 50% tariff against Brazil. What did Brazil do to garner a 50% tariff? Justice. That's what they did. In his letter to Brazil, Trump cited Brazil's former president, Jair Bolsonaro, who is currently on trial for allegedly attempting to stage a coup against Lula da Silva. What a novel idea. Arresting somebody and putting them on trial for attempting a coup. Huh. So much trouble could have been avoided. So in addition to the continued weaponization of the dollar, which is what this tariff thing is doing, the U.S. could collect $300 billion in tariff revenue this year. I said this from the start of the year. This is a shift in taxing. They're just putting more tax on things so that instead of taking taxes from the people that should be paying it, they're going to push the taxes down onto regular people. Do you think they're going to stop doing this? Do you think they're going to stop doing this? So is this going to stop happening? Nope. And yes, this is all due to Donald Trump and his policies.